Brew me something sweet, will you? By Orphan Account on AO3. Episode 2, Chapter 1. Candid Tonight. At Candid_Tonight. Tune in at 8 p.m. on your local television for an exclusive interview with at T_Shouto, also known as vocal artist Entropy, and get an in-depth look at his routine as a star, as well as more information on his soon-to-be-released album, Paragon. Hashtag Todoroki Shouto. Hashtag Entropy. Hashtag Entropy Album. I'm screaming. At I Love Entropy. At Candid_Tonight. I am so hype. Hey. At Hike_you. At Candid_Tonight. It's been so fucking long since Entropy went to an interview. Give us the food, please. The fan base is starving. Was poppin'. At Popcorn. At Hike_you. At Candid_Tonight. Really just saving lives, huh? Elsie. At GoGo. At Candid_Tonight. Ask about his routine as a star? Please, I beg of you to make him give out his skincare routine, because this man's cells are glowing. I need to know what witchcraft he does. Can Wednesday come sooner? At TDRKS_wife. The new hashtag Interprety album looks so hype, y'all, and it just released in 3 weeks. Please, can we get fast forward time or something? I want to buy it and marry it. Sal at C418 ad. At TDRKS_wife. What the fuck you mean by look so hype? There isn't even a cover art, lol. Can Wednesday come sooner? At TDRKS_wife. It's an Entropy album. It doesn't matter if there's nothing to see yet. We all know it'll be amazing. At Seb875. At TDRKS_wife. Yeah, the album exists, but can we talk about the talk show and how Todoroki went on a whole tangent about coffee and his inability to function without it? Bruh, like, what a fat mood, haha. Crying in the club because of Entropy. At Insanity. At Sebs875. Bruh, that was like the most we've ever seen him talk in an interview. Maybe the most we've ever seen him talk ever. And it was about coffee. Uwu. At Uwu_TDRK_Owo. At Insanity. It was so precious. Someone already made a gif of him smiling when he talked about the barista. Crying in the club because of Entropy. At Insanity. At Uwu_Todoro_Owo. Already? Gimme! He ordered iced coffee. At help_. Who in the hell orders iced coffee in 8-degree weather? This man is immune to the cold. The fuck? Jano. At Toga_LY672. At help_. Remember when someone caught him drinking hot chocolate in 38-degree weather? Not just the cold. He's also immune to the heat somehow. Ugh, I'm jealous. I'm simping. At ASDFG. I can't believe his barista almost messed up his drink and almost forgot to make him pay. Oh my lord. Imagine having hashtag Todoroki Shouto walk into your cafe and then messing up his order. I want iced coffee now. At Shoutos. At ASDFG. I think the barista messed up his order because it was Entropy. I mean, I would not be able to function if Todoroki waltzed into my cafe too. I'm simping. At ASFG. At Shoutos. Yeah, okay. Understandable. Have a nice day. Shou comes again. It's a surprise for Izuku, quite honestly. He didn't think that Shou would come back after the disaster that was his first experience in the cafe. And yet, here he is, in the same expensive black coat, with a set of ripped jeans, a white beanie, and a stylish eye patch. He also has a bag with him today. Maybe he's going somewhere. Or even staying in the cafe to do his work. It's a pleasant thought. That Izuku doesn't completely ruin Shoto's experience and first impression of Plus Ultra Brews. At least enough for Shou to come again and actually sit down to enjoy the atmosphere the staff has so carefully crafted. Here's the first customer of the day, arriving just as the shop opened. Shou walks to the counter, expression blank, and he greets Izuku with the same warm baritone. Medium iced coffee, with extra ice, please. Izuku prepares himself to speak, so that he doesn't fumble over his words like he did yesterday. Okay, that'll be yen 300. Izuku pauses, breaking out his calm voice, and he squeaks. I mean, 300 yen. That'll be 300 yen. Yeah, that's the price. Shouto doesn't seem to be affected by Izuku's fluttered speaking, and all he does is take out his wallet and swipe the same black card on the scanner. Shou nods to Izuku, who hands him the receipt, and then walks to the left to wait for his order. The sun isn't even up yet, and Izuku's bone tired. Some new cover from Entropy had sent him into a flurry of inspiration at the sweet hour of 1 in the morning. 4 hours before he had to get to work. As a matter of fact, Izuku's still listening to the same song and cover over and over on the speakers. He has an idea and everything, but he just doesn't know how to approach it. Shou is hunched in on himself as Izuku starts humming along to the music, preparing the iced coffee and making sure not to overflow it this time. Here you go, Izuku says, sliding the drink that is at least 70% ice down the counter and into Shoto's waiting hands. Shouto nods in return, grabbing a straw, and then he sits down on a chair in the counter of the small cafe. Izuku watches as he pulls out a well-used notepad from his bag and a pen, and Shouto takes a sip of his iced coffee before he starts to write in something. You're staring, Uraraka says, sliding up beside him, Izuku, and patting on him on the shoulder. You should give him your number. No, I should not, Izuku adamantly says, tearing his eyes away from Shou as he takes off his puffy black jacket to put on the back of his chair. He's wearing a colored button-up shirt underneath his layers, and there's a gleam of a silver chain around Shou's neck, and Izuku might just boil alive at this point. Uraraka sighs, grabbing Izuku's shoulders and turning him away from where Shou is sitting. Deku-kun, we have drinks to make. Drinks, Izuku says dreamily. Shou made me make his drink for him too. It's literally your job. Uraraka draws, amused, and they turn back to work as more people file into the cafe. The atmosphere in Plus Ultra Brews is so much better than Shou's own home. It's warm, comfy, habited, and even through the hours that Shouto chooses to work in the small cafe are some of the busiest of the day, all the noise fades into ambience, and it's not like he can hear it all too well when he has his headphones on anyways. He's getting started on writing his next song. Father insisted that even if a new album will be released soon, that's no reason to slack off and not prepare for future releases. Shouto rolls his eyes, of course, but he has to admit that getting a head start on things isn't all too bad. But whenever he tries to write a song at home in his small apartment, which feels much too empty to be comfortable, it feels lackluster. Perhaps that's why he's not too positive on the album. What he tried to execute just won't come out. The lyrics, not enough. His father doesn't care, of course. All he wants is a hit in the rankings and an album to hype the fans. The one thing about Plus Ultra Brews that Shouto finds a bit odd is the music that they always play. When he first visited, it registered in his mind as maybe a one-time thing. But he's been here for a full 15 minutes, and all they're playing is Shouto's own songs, with a few covers from here to there. Quite frankly, it's rather embarrassing. Shouto's glad he brought his headphones with him, otherwise he doesn't think he'd be able to concentrate hearing his own voice, belting lyrics, half-heartedly through the speakers. It also means that he takes extra time to hide his identity as the person actually playing on the speakers. The staff certainly have a liking to his songs, and he's rather certain that they would riot if they found out who he really is. Choosing an alias like Shou is a common tactic that Shouto uses, but he can't help but feel that it may not be enough in this circumstance. And of course, Shouto can't talk about this cafe without mentioning the barista, which is a literal thing that Shouto has discovered, perhaps is an attachment. Almost. Except Shouto doesn't feel like he could get attached to things or people. And yet, still, he cannot think about Midoriya with his fuzzy curls and constantly red cheeks with freckles on both sides. Can't even talk about his day without going on tangents about him, which could be problematic. And now, as Shouto is attempting to write a song, it is problematic. He's trying to figure out some lyrics and maybe draft out a tune along the way, but instead, all he's writing is about the color green, emeralds, and coffee. He has been trying for a full 15 minutes to do something else, write about anyone else. But here he is, with two verses that he hasn't even realized were about Midoriya. Shouto reads his lyrics over for the third time, which are scribbled over erased pencil and rinked paper. Still, it's all about plants, ferns, jade, coffee beans, freckles, curly hair. Shouto closes his eyes, breathing in and out to calm his frustration. Typically, he doesn't sing about other people. Typically, he sings about objects, landscapes, emotions, animals, living, breathing, just never other people. Because he's never gotten close enough to anyone to feel comfortable singing about them. It's also just too complicated. First, you have to find an interesting person, spend time with them, and get to know them. Becomes friends or whatever. It's a long process that Shouto quite honestly doesn't want to go through or exactly need. He's been pretty successful with his career songs anyway. Shouto takes a break from his scribbling, instead taking a sip of his iced coffee, which is mostly distantly coffee-flavored water from the melted ice. The cold of it washes over his tongue, calming him, and he gets back to work. His pencil hits the paper, writing down one sentence, one line, starting with a capital letter and ending with a comma. A tune that jumps a fifth. If he's brave, an octave. Shouto lays down the foundations of the line in his scribble. It's a print that his father had trained him to practice. He sets down the pencil, and he reads over the line. Who knew Coco could be so sweet and viridian? His words read, and Shouto, as quietly and gracefully as he can, slams his head on the keyboard of his laptop. He looks frustrated with something. Izuku tells Uraraka in a totally not creepy way, please stop thirsting over a stranger and help me make these drinks. Uraraka responds, okay, today's the first day that I've recorded 3 episodes. Holy hell, I used to do this? Holy fuck, that's a lot. I have a job, so I don't know when I'm gonna be able to do that again. But I'm getting to it. I will be posting 3 videos a day soon. In like 2016. Hold up, my grandma just messaged me. Currently, she's going to pick up my car. So I'm just sending her a screenshot of my dad's location because I track everybody in my family. Not everybody, but I want to track everybody, but not everybody will let me track them. So, oh well. Anyways, okay. So this is really cute. I actually like this. I like the idea that Shouto, it's like a... Okay, I'm not a huge fan of love at first sight, but it's a really nice cliche, especially when it's not actually love. And it's just like, hey, I'm kind of interested in this person. They look kind of cute kind of situation. I also think it's really cute. You know, Izuku's a barista. Shouto can't function without coffee. Shouto is an artist in the sense of music, and Izuku's an artist in the sense of digital and physical art, as in like literal art, you know, drawing, right? It's really cool. I really like them two together. I like when two artists are together. It's super cool, super nice. It's super cool, chill. Like for example, when like an author is with someone who draws, and the author writes the book, and you know the drawer writes covers for it and images in between the pages and stuff like that. It's always super cute, super nice. I've always liked that dynamic kind of situation. So I think I like this dynamic. I don't know. Maybe Izuku will end up doing album covers for him. It'll be super cute. Maybe Izuku will continue to work at the cafe because he likes working at the cafe. Not today though. Mans is very tired because he slept at like who knows what time in the morning and then had to literally wake up a couple hours later. You know what? For all I know, Mans didn't even sleep. Who knows? Either way, this fic so far is really cool and we're not even halfway through it. Let's see. It's about a 2-hour fic. About. It could be a little more than that. It's about a 2-hour fic. Meaning, and I'm doing like 15-minute, 10-minute intervals. Meaning there should be at least there should be at least 10 to 12, episodes. 10 to 12 episodes. About. It could be less, it could be more. Right? That's just like an estimate. A very, very rough estimate. Hold up. Give me a second. Anyways, sorry, my grandma was texting me. I had to read that. I could cut that out of the video, but I'm not gonna. I think that's all I have to say. I think it's coming out really cute. It's been a while since I've read A Coffee Shop AU. Those are one of like the classics. Sorry, I'm back. Mother Dearest is asking when I'm going to work. Because I'm going to work in like an hour and a half? Yeah, in an hour and a half. Basically, I need to get ready now so that I could leave in an hour. Yeah. I might be able to have time to record one more video, which means I will have recorded 4 videos today. Holy fucking hell, 4 videos today, Jesus Christ. I used to do 4 videos. I think that's actually insane. I'll get back to that one day. In like 2028. But like, I'm hoping that by March, I'll be back into the 3 videos a day thing. Hopefully, fingers crossed. One can only hope. So yeah, as always, my raindrops, make sure to eat, sleep, drink water, take your meds. Have a wonderful day or night. Link to my Discord server and socials are down in the description. Subscribe to see more of my content, and thank you so much for watching.